The movie opens in a Texas motel room where a man stands by the window, smoking, while a naked woman lies in bed. A radio plays a news report about a new, highly addictive designer drug called Crystal Dream, which is used by rubbing it into the eyes. The man leaves the woman behind and begins a journey across the American Southwest, steering clear of major highways and following a route near the Mexican border. He eventually reaches Los Angeles and stops at a gas station convenience store to buy cigarettes. The store is in the middle of a robbery, but he ignores the chaos and tries to make his purchase. When one of the robbers threatens him, he swiftly disarms and beats them. He takes a Desert Eagle pistol from the scene. The cashier offers him free gas as thanks, but he declines, saying it's bad for business. When asked his name, he simply replies, "Harley Davidson," and leaves. Harley heads to a bar where he stumbles upon a high-stakes pool game between his old friend, the Marlboro man, and a large, intimidating opponent. Marlboro sinks all the balls with ease, but his opponent accuses him of cheating and refuses to pay. He pulls a butterfly knife and attacks, slashing Marlboro in the stomach. Despite the injury, Marlboro fights back and takes down the man and his crew. Afterward, he sarcastically thanks Harley for not stepping in. Outside the bar, it's revealed that Harley has been away for 2 years. As Marlboro tends to his wound, Harley reflects on life, saying that if there's a heaven and a God, he'd want to meet the guy and hang out. Later, Harley discovers that Burbank has been transformed into a massive international airport. Harley and Marlboro ride out to their old hangout, the Rock and Roll Bar and Grill near Burbank. In the parking lot, Marlboro grumbles about his busted motorcycle and threatens to shoot it. Harley pulls out his gun and tries, missing the mark. He then hands Marlboro the Desert Eagle as a birthday gift. Marlboro takes aim and fires at the bike himself, successfully reducing it to a heap. Inside the bar, Harley bumps into a group of suited men on their way out. He reunites with their old friend, known as the Old Man, who still owns the place. They catch up with other familiar faces from their past, most of them still working there and pulling petty scams. Their large friend Jack Daniels now works with Jimmy Giles, staging fake losses in arm wrestling matches to scam challengers and gamblers. Tension flares when Jack sees Harley, who once had an affair with Jack's now wife, Lulu, a bar singer. A brawl erupts. Harley holds his own briefly, but Jack overpowers him and throws him through a window onto a car. As Jack begins to strangle him, Harley manages to calm him down by insisting that Lulu has always loved Jack. They soon learn the bar is struggling financially and is on the brink of foreclosure. The Great Trust Bank is planning to demolish it to build a skyscraper. Jim explains that Jack's rigged matches were his attempt to raise money and save the bar for the Old Man. Moved by the situation, Harley and Marlboro propose robbing one of the bank's armored trucks to get the needed cash. Jack, however, refuses to take part. He made a promise to Lulu and doesn't want to risk ending up in prison while trying to start a family. The next day, the group puts their plan into motion, rerouting an armored truck using a fake construction detour that leads it down a quiet side street. There, they ambush the guards, tie them up, and start unloading the cargo. The stolen sacks are passed down into a waiting pickup truck hidden in the sewer tunnel beneath the street. As they work, the guards warn them they're in over their heads. Suddenly, a sleek black limousine arrives, and several men in black leather coats step out and open fire. The attackers seem nearly bulletproof, shrugging off the gang's return fire while steadily advancing. Just in time, Jack roars onto the scene on his motorcycle. He pops the gas tank open, jumps off, and sends the bike sliding toward the attackers. Then, he lights the trail of leaking fuel, causing the motorcycle to explode. But the attackers simply leap over the flames and keep coming. The team hurriedly loads the last of the stolen goods into the truck and makes their escape. Later, when they open the sacks expecting cash, they instead find small translucent blue bars, the dangerous drug known as Crystal Dream. Meanwhile, Alexander, the leader of the mysterious gunmen, reports to Chance Wilder, CEO of Great Trust Bank. Wilder demands to know who stole his product. Alexander suspects it was a group of amateurs who got lucky. Wilder orders him to find them, eliminate them, and recover the stolen drugs. That night, Marlboro is pulled over after flipping off a motorcycle cop and riding recklessly. The cop turns out to be his ex-lover, Virginia. They reconnect and spend the night together, but in the morning, Marlboro learns she's now engaged. Harley shows up and takes Virginia out for breakfast, where she tells him that Crystal Dream is not only highly addictive, but also causes severe brain damage and eventual death. When they return to her home, Marlboro is already awake, fixing his boots with duct tape and brooding over her engagement. In response, he decides to steal her fiancé's Harley Davidson motorcycle. Harley and Marlboro head to the Great Trust headquarters and speak with Chance Wilder over the phone. They demand $2.5 million in exchange for the stolen drugs, plus an extra $1 for a personal wager between them. Wilder agrees to a meetup that night at an airplane graveyard. Alexander arrives with the money, and the handoff goes smoothly. Later that night, as they celebrate in the back room of the bar, Marlboro becomes uneasy about how easily the deal went down. His instincts prove right. Alexander and his men show up unexpectedly. Watching through a one-way mirror, the old man tries to convince them that Harley and Marlboro aren't there. Just as it seems Alexander is leaving, he suddenly turns and shoots the old man, then opens fire on the back room. Harley and Marlboro escape by jumping out a window, but their friends Jimmy, Jack, and Jose are killed. The two flee to the nearby airport and hide in the luggage hold of a plane. One of the black-clad gunmen nearly discovers them, but they manage to slip away and head to Las Vegas. They check into a high-end hotel, but Alexander tracks them down. Cornered again, they escape by leaping off the roof into the hotel pool. Harley then discovers the tracking device hidden inside the dollar coin they got from Alexander. After deactivating the tracker, they hop a freight train going east, but Marlboro tells Harley they owe it to their fallen friends to return to LA and finish what they started. Harley refuses, so Marlboro jumps off the train alone. Eventually, Harley changes his mind, catches up to Marlboro, and together they devise a plan, reactivating the tracker to lure Alexander in. Alexander follows the signal back to the airplane graveyard, where he finds only the empty briefcase and the coin. But then he spots Harley and Marlboro nearby, triggering a shootout. Marlboro takes out Alexander's last two henchmen with perfect headshots, but Alexander manages to grab him as a hostage. Harley, known for being a terrible shot, tries to save Marlboro and accidentally shoots him instead. He finally steadies himself and lands a fatal shot on Alexander. Together, they finish him off for good. Alexander's helicopter pilot flies Harley and Marlboro to Chance Wilder's office. They return the money and demand that Wilder cancel the foreclosure and change the lease on the old man's bar. Wilder refuses and orders his men to kill them. But before they can act, the pilot, secretly bribed by Harley and Marlboro, shows up outside the window in the chopper and opens fire with its mounted gun, taking out Wilder's guards. During the confrontation, Wilder insults Marlboro's late father, pushing Marlboro into a rage. He attacks Wilder, eventually knocking him toward the office window. Wilder ends up dangling from the ledge, holding on to Marlboro's worn-out cowboy boot. Harley tries to help, but the boot tears apart, and Wilder plunges to his death on the street below. In the aftermath, Marlboro and Harley go their separate ways at a rodeo, where Marlboro is seen riding a bull. As Harley rides off into the distance, he picks up a stunning hitchhiker along the way. If you enjoyed this video, don't be shy to hit the like button, and if you disliked it, hit the dislike button twice, just to be sure. It would be best if you watched the whole movie. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe for more videos like this.